Hello, beautiful people. It is Sunday, October 9th, and it is Kevin and I's 13th wedding anniversary. And although it looks like a beautiful place where we're at, I'd much rather be spending it elsewhere than dealing with this trek through cancer. But I'm so glad that he is my partner in life and that we are in this together. And he had a tough day yesterday, and so as his partner, that was really tough. And I wanted to just take this opportunity to just touch on unconditional love and support and the importance of that. The thumbnail that's posted with this video is a picture from this morning that was sent to us by our beautiful friends and tribe now at Grace Pointe. I want to especially thank Sabrina Hyatt and Wes and Logan and the Craig's family and Fran and Jeff Haig and DJ, Trisha and Nolan and the Moores and everybody else that's so amazingly taken us into their family and been beyond supportive. The outpouring of unconditional love and just the unfolding of grace that's been shown to us it's beyond words, and there's really no way to express that. So I'm just so forever grateful. If you notice the t-shirts that they made, you are everybody, you are beautiful people and not just Kevin's. And in thinking about the support that's been outpouring for us, just honestly going through this, it means really everything, and it's just struck me this morning that was the lesson for today, how important support really is. Whether or not you know that you're being helpful, those little kind moments can make all the difference in the world. So, right now we're getting tons of big support, but sometimes it's the little ways that help, the little texts or the little prayers and the little thoughts here and there. And obviously we couldn't be here without the extreme generosity that everybody has bestowed upon us financially to help us get here, to take care of these treatments, because we wouldn't be able to otherwise. So just again, thank you. But this morning we were with a woman who is here alone, and it really struck us that nobody should be going through any big burden alone. Here we offered to kind of sit with her with some things that are upcoming for her, and she was just really seemed to be very touched, like, really, you would do that? And of course we would, because what we're giving, what we're receiving, we hope to give back tenfold. And again, just sometimes it's just the little things that whatever you can do. But a few weeks ago, in meditation, I had this image that came to me of how each of us has, all kinds of different burdens and crosses to bear, and the image of the horizontal arms of the cross kind of starting to extend outwards and almost go to envelop the globe. And as it did, there were all these little spots of light where it was like little souls and people were meant to start coming into those spots. And as they did, and it filled in, you could just feel the lightness that happened, and the load was lifted, and everybody was sharing the burden, right? And so each and every one of us has a burden. We all have a cross to bear. Nobody escapes carrying pain, experiencing some degrees of suffering in this lifetime, big challenges. And so whatever we can do to help one another through it, it does change the world, and it does lighten everybody's load. Spouses going through this, I've been really talking to some other spouses here, and it seems that people feel like they're alone in their feelings, and we're not. We're actually sharing pretty much very similar feelings and experiences, and the patients are lifting one another up, sharing their experiences and kind of helping each other know what to expect and rallying for each other, and that's beautiful. And the spouses go in and out of connecting when we can, but it's interesting to watch everybody's process around that. And I'm really feeling drawn to that, something that I'm going to be addressing more, navigating this with some consciousness and really helping support some of the supporters, because it's just as important. We have to not only help our loved ones navigate everything that they're experiencing and help rally for them, but also keep ourselves resourced so we can do that and work through our own processes. And sometimes it's just a big giant mess. So it's been pretty messy at times for me, I'm not gonna lie. Doing the best I can. But it reminds me that we are here as unconditional, or to learn unconditional love. And when Kevin and I first met, and when we first kissed, our first kiss, literally, I heard angels. It was like some weird movie, but I heard, "You are going to learn unconditional love." And I naively thought that meant like white knights and romance and, fairy tale, whatever, riding off in the sunset together and eating bonbons and, whatever. But that was far from the case. Marriage is work. And those of you that know us, we've been open about some struggles in the past, and as every relationship has. But I believe, and others do too, from books I've read, that we tend to pick our spouses to help us heal our deepest wounds. And all wounds, going back, even if things were hunky-dory, we still develop programs, and we develop wounds that were formed within relationship. So it requires other people to help us heal those wounds. And so if you can look at your partner as a teacher, and what am I meant to learn in this to bring me closer to learning how to be and live in unconditional love, not only for them, but for myself, to get closer to my divine, authentic nature, then I am better able to share unconditionally with others. And so next time you're feeling triggered by your spouse or your kid or the bus driver or whomever it is, maybe stop and pause and invite yourself to ask the question, what can I learn from here? How is this bringing me closer to learning unconditional love? And sometimes you won't get an answer, sometimes you will. But what needs healing in that moment that can get your attention? And in providing support, sometimes you don't know what to do. You don't. And sometimes you need to stop and ask and pray about it. And sometimes you just need to drop into your heart. So the biggest thing I'm learning through this, which I should know as a craniosacral therapist who practices being neutral and holding a heart-centered presence for everybody else, but I tend to forget that for myself and sometimes with my husband, because we are kind of enmeshed and entrapped in various programs and patterns together, healing our deepest wounds together. Just remembering that all it takes is really dropping back into your heart. You don't have to know what to say or know what to do, but if you drop into your heart, and your heart presence, and you're just there, it will come. You're coming from a place of love. That's where the unconditional love lives. So I invite you to love yourselves, love one another, and thank you so much for all of the love that you guys have given us.